Hello, children of early childhood. When you get older, in your math classes, you are going to learn something called fractions. You don't need to worry about fractions yet, except for one, half. The fraction 1/2, because you need to know that now too, because when you're sharing, especially if you're only sharing with one other kid, like your sibling or your friend, you might end up with half of something. So you and your friend both want a cookie, but there's only one cookie. Will you break it in half? You each get a half. Okay, so we'll talk about half, and that's it. I'm going to show you half a hat. And by seeing half the hat, you have to see if you can guess what kind of hat it is. Once you get a chance to guess, then I'll show you the whole hat. Half, whole. There, math. All right, you ready? Here's the first one. Here is half a hat. Ooh. Think you know what kind of hat that is? There could be a few guesses that might be right. All right, I'm going to show you the whole hat. Ready? It's a party hat! Woohoo! I could see some people, especially when you just see half of it, might guess like a witch's hat because it has that cone shape to it, tall, pointy triangle. This one's a party hat. Okay, here's the next one. This should be pretty familiar to you. I bet you'll all know this one. This is half of a hat. What do you think it is? What kind of hat? Let's take a look. Here's the whole hat. It's a winter hat. You probably haven't put those away yet because it's Wisconsin. It doesn't matter that it's spring. It's still really cold. I think it's 32 degrees today and super windy. Awesome. All right, this one's kind of tricky. You may not have ever seen this one before, but you should. Let me tell you. All right, check this one out. What do you think? Do you know what kind of hat this is? Get the salsa and guacamole. It's a sombrero. There's the whole hat. Sombrero. All right, last one. What kind of hat do you think this is? Kind of a fancy hat. Let's check it out. I'm going to show you the whole thing. That is a top hat. This particular top hat looks like one that you would see in a cartoon where there's a president in it, because it looks like stars and stripes, maybe somebody campaigning for president. So this one you'd probably color with red, white, and blue. Speaking of that, you can get all these pictures. If you have a printer, then you can print them off because I sent the pictures to your parents. All right, nice job, everybody.